Welcome to Channels Business Global with me, Juliana Olayinka, reporting this week from Marrakech, Morocco, the host city for GITEX Africa 2025. Coming up on today's show, Nigeria leads from the front at Africa's largest tech and startup showcase, from early morning strategy sessions to high-level networking across the exhibition floor. We bring you highlights from the Nigerian breakfast briefing, key interviews from the Flutterwave team, and insights from local founders, showcasing at the Nigeria Pavilion. Then later, we head deeper into the event for on-the-ground reactions from global delegates. We'll be hearing from AI experts on Africa's readiness to lead in next-generation computing, and meets the founder of Cullen Africa, who shares what it means to be a woman building in the tech space today. But first, we begin with the Nigerian breakfast briefing held at the Connections Lounge, a standout event on day 2 of the summit. Public and private sector leaders gathered to reaffirm Nigeria's ambitions as Africa's digital powerhouse.
If we really want to grow African market, we should start from Nigeria. So GITEX is coming to Nigeria. Nigerian startup ecosystem will be part of this conference, and also they will benefit, they will network, investors will come and have the look and feel of the ecosystem that can lead to confidence building. Because sometimes people always are afraid of going to Nigeria because of sometimes what is happening in the media is not portraying the right image of the country. But getting them to come to Nigeria will change the narrative in terms of policies, regulations, and legal framework that will help these innovators to democratize access. For example, if you say power is a challenge in Nigeria, we expect our startups to be innovative in coming up with the way
their own power. They should generate their own power. Is that what you're suggesting?
That's part of the innovation. When telecommunications came to Africa in early 2000, when Mo Ibrahim started, there wasn't power, no roads, nothing. He constructed roads. He erected telecommunications towers. He powered them with solar, and that's part of innovation. Anywhere in the world, innovation is about democratizing access to technology. So we want our startups to come up with innovative ideas on how to encourage green energy in Nigeria. Globally, we are pushing for green economy, green energy. So part of it, we want to challenge them. Government is creating the environment for them. We have government agencies like ERE giving credit for startups with solutions on solar. We came with one of the startups building solar solutions where they give credit. There is carbon credit available. You get cheaper energy source through solar, then you earn a credit as you use the power. So you can look at the innovation we are talking about. Today, this startup we came with has over 60,000 customers on the platform using solar energy, earning credit through REA from the carbon credit.
Nigeria plays a very significant role in shaping the technological dynamics across Africa and even beyond Africa. As you may know, that we have the largest unicorn in Africa at this moment. So we have come with 12 startups, and 2 of them are already qualified for the Supernova competition, and we are sure that at least one of them is going to come back home with something very significant. We are here in GITEX also to amplify the GITEX Nigeria, which is also will be coming up by September 1st through September 4th, 2025. Our goal is to take advantage of the global brand to be able to amplify the digital ecosystem of Nigeria to a global relevance. They are really very inspired. Like I said, being an Africa, again, you know, Nigerians are very bold and very audacious in taking very significant and leap especially when it comes to issues that has to do with technology. We have the young population, we have the energetic population, we have the entrepreneurial spirit to be able to navigate every challenge at all, wherever we find ourselves. And we have been able to connect with the Moroccans, we have been able to connect with the Asians, the Europeans, and the other countries that are doing extremely very, very well within the tech ecosystem. And there have been partnerships being built, network being cultivated, and I want to assure us that this has been a very good outing for Nigeria, and we're taking advantage of it also to showcase what we have, amplify our startups, and give them the global relevance they require to be able to play their own role within the digital economy. If you look at our startups, you find that they are very diverse also. You see the Edtech is there, you see the Agri-Tech is there, you also see other tech that are coming up outside the fintech, which we usually know. You see other people diving into various other aspects. Health tech is there also. You see the prop tech is also there. All of them are still coming up. You discover it's not only fintech. Yes, fintech could have been the major driver because, well, we live in a financial world. So that should have been the first as well. So it would have been surprising if fintech is not the first. But then it has opened a gateway to every other tech to be able to prop up at this time.
You know, one of the reasons for the Africa Free Continental Trade Area is to make Africans trade among themselves, to increase the level of trade. The same thing, we need to create an opportunity like this where Africans can connect and work together, because the great things are happening all over Africa, but there is no forum like this where people can meet, developers, people creating new things, innovators, startups, investors and so on, of African origin can meet and network and do deals, which will ultimately translate into development for Africa, especially with the young people that we have in Africa, a lot of whom are highly innovative, highly versatile, and they want something like this where they can connect with people, and of course, opportunity to also learn from what others are doing. And at the end of the day, we should be able to seal deals signed so that when we are coming back here next year, we want to hear testimony of things that have happened as a consequence of the GITEX Africa that held in Morocco this month of April. Fintech is the fastest growing segment of the technology sector. That is why fintech is very popular and pervasive. And also because fintechs affect the life of everybody, you know, financial services and so on and so forth. But as we move on, we want to move away from payment, from bank tech, from lending, from fintech to other aspects of human endeavor, so that we can innovate, we can create new things, we can create solutions that solve societal challenges in many other areas. There are a lot of things that need to be done in the area of agriculture, a lot of things need to be done in the area of health, a lot of things need to be done in the area of education and so on and so forth, to make things easier, simpler and much more efficient, so that we run efficient systems in all over Africa. As we always say, even though investment flows, especially in the fintech or technology, are going more to fork nations in Africa, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, and recently Egypt. But we have seen in recent times, based on the efforts of organizations like Africa FinTech Network, we have seen investment flows going into other countries, Tanzania, Rwanda, Ghana, Morocco, and so on and so forth. So which has increased the opportunities for Africa, particularly for young Africans. I want to see a lot more of that happening, even beyond fintech, in other areas of human endeavor.
Earlier in the week, we were at Flutterway's presentation on the 10X stage, where founder and CEO Olubenga Agboola laid out the next phase of the company's expansion across North Africa and beyond.
It's my first time in GITEX, actually. So when my friend told me about this opportunity, I had to be here because, one, my job as Flutterwave CEO and founder is to let the entire world know what we do. Two, to show people that Africa is really here for business, right? And when it comes to payment infrastructure across Africa, Flutterwave is the king and leader in that sector. And we want to actually help companies to scale via our platform. And for me, anywhere Africa is convening is a prime place to be when it comes to our payment infrastructure. Yeah. So Nigeria is already there, and when GITEX comes to Nigeria this year, I heard they're coming in September, you will see a same level of turnout, right? Nigeria is home to the biggest unicorns in Africa, as you probably know. Nigeria is a hub and crux of payment scale. So when it comes to Nigeria in September, it will be a very massive successful event. Yeah.
across the Nigeria stand, an energetic zone packed with entrepreneurs and government partners. I met with several prominent founders, including the creator of Curry AI, a learning tool developed by Schooler to support AI-powered education for African learners.
I came in here very proud, with the Nigerian delegation, 12 startups selected by the NIDA to show our awesome solutions. I'm excited I did that. I also built meaningful relationships around what I'm working on, which is Curry AI. I want to build a very intelligent curriculum tool for the African market. I've been able to meet a few people from at least 3 countries that are interested to see this further. AI is able to make Edtech better, improve quality, access, inclusion, and not in the way that you see it go rampant. We are going to be able to help, upscale our teachers that otherwise will not be able to do, to create high quality lessons. And again, it's going to be able to automate processes like marking of scripts, saving lecturers time for their family. When it comes to infrastructure, yes, we can do more, but a lot of work has been done by the Ministry of Education. I particularly, had the Honorable Minister talking about improvement in, laying optic fiber cables, 90,000 of them. We hope and pray and support the Minister to do that. But when it comes to, like you said, the elephant in the room, which is funding, local players have to invest in local solutions. Now, you can't get money in USD and there's this surge in USD and you pay back in USD, it's going to be difficult. And I'll say something like, because you live in Nigeria, you know the problems. If I come to you that I'm solving Edtech and it has to do with education, and your friend has to be in education, you want to say, take this money, I'll take to this expert to support you. So we need a lot of breeding grounds, we need a lot of education, because you'd see the young people, there's a 21-year-old here with us, super brilliant with what he has. He needs support, he needs hand-holding. Who is doing that for him? So there needs to be education, more incubation before the exposure starts. During that time, we should be able to have built critical infrastructure that helps us build. I don't think, and I'll be honest with you, that infrastructure has to happen everywhere. We can actually make sure that it works really well here, and then we have good policies around how we build Edtech, how we build responsible AI, for example, how we gradually move stage by stage. We can't be all over the place.
So at Ilimu World, we build educational games for kids to help them improve their numeracy and literacy skills. And we're making use of interactive stories, games, just to make it fun and exciting for those kids. So over the years, we have seen that kids are not really excited about learning. And that's part of the reason why we said, okay, kids love games. How do we make learning fun and interactive for them? So that's what we are doing at Ilimu. And we're here at GITEX to show the world our solution, to tell them that learning can be fun and kids can still be interested with learning. With the rise of technology, a lot of people are now open to e-learning. So I don't really think it has gone down. I think more people are interested about it, because now from anywhere, all over the world, you can learn from anybody. So even with Ilimu, we can reach kids in Africa, across Africa, even outside Africa. So e-learning has made that possible. And thankfully, our government is doing something better. We're here under the NIDA ham. They have seen the need for such innovation, and they are making this infrastructure available for us. So I would say Nigeria is actually doing an amazing job to help onboard all of this startup and the amazing work we are doing.
That's it for part 1. Join us after the break as we explore more of GITEX Africa 2025, from AI innovation to the women building some of Africa's most exciting ventures. All of this after the break. Do stay with us. Welcome back to Channels Business Global with me, Juliana Olayinka, reporting from Marrakech. As GITEX Africa 2025 wraps up, the energy on the ground has remained high. I spoke to delegates from across the continent and beyond to find out what's resonating most at this year's edition.
Now the whole eyes is focusing on African market. This is the next big market. And also, if you say that it's like, nothing related to water, we're not only focused on the waters. I'm talking about 21 tests, which is in each and every scenario and environment. For example, in a salty environment, maybe in the seaside, a lot of sweat, in a dirt, environment, something like that. As you can see, all the materials we're using here, Corning Gorilla Glass, MLS screen, and full stand steel body, it's all about solid quality.
Here we are showcasing the latest models of professional application from Yamaha. Everybody knows Yamaha, the quality of Yamaha, and here we are presenting different products. Here you have a B2B product, such as teleconference. Here we have the PA, and then behind us we have the latest digital consoles also. So here is some of the products that we have. We have also a showroom based in Marrakech and also in Casablanca, where you can find also musical instruments.
One of the biggest themes throughout this year's conference has been artificial intelligence, and not just in theory. I spoke with a leading AI expert to discuss how African companies are beginning to move from hype to deployment.
We are a Tier 1 cloud service provider. We've been in operation for 11 years now, and we are also Microsoft only managed service provider expert in the whole sub-Saharan Africa. So we've put a lot of investment in technology, building capacity in Nigeria and onto across Africa, developing businesses, helping businesses to achieve their goals, leveraging technology. It comes all the way from the core infrastructure services to application, to data and artificial intelligence, and to cybersecurity. So, this is just one of the things that we do, and that's why we're here to showcase our offering at GITEX, especially for artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. So we have quite a number of products and solutions that we've come here to showcase. In terms of experience, we've helped quite a number of businesses in Nigeria, in Kenya, Botswana, and across Africa with a vision of how they can help their customers transform their businesses. From healthcare to oil and gas to financial services, the common denominator is, within our vision as an organization, is to make the world a better place through technology. So we use technology to help our customers to make that difference. And our mission stems from the point of we want to consistently exceed our customer expectation through cutting-edge, innovative, cost-effective solutions. And that's what drives us, that's what makes us, and that's what differentiates us in the way we offer our services, our products, our experiences to our customers. So we are so excited. We've had great sessions in the last 2 days here. Businesses across Africa coming to see and experience our offering, like what we have for customer value management, AI products like AI chatbot, the life cycle management for businesses, forecasting, predictive analytics. A lot of businesses are looking for ways how to manage churn in times like this, how they could be able to forecast, how they could be able to provide more predictive and tailored offering for their customers.
We believe in solving real-life problems using information technology through AI. And AI had come to place. AI is the new blood and a new dream for Africa. So we're building cutting-edge solutions right from the AI chatbot being managed, built by an African. Then at the same time, here in Marrakech in Morocco, for GITEX 2025, we build a cutting-edge solution, customer value management, whereby you can use different use cases. And here it's a marketplace. And the marketplace is war for us to have a unique selling point. And that's the reason why we've decided to come to the heart of Africa in Marrakech in Morocco to build the likes of FSIs, whereby you can have an Insure AI guard to detect an early fraudulent claims for every insurance. We got you covered using an AI.
And finally, we spotlight women in tech, a strong presence at this year's summit. Among them is the founder of Cullen Africa, a food tech company fusing innovation, culture and commerce. She shares her experience building a business in a space still dominated by men.
I specialized into creative industry back 10 years ago. Eventually I dabbled into every single creative industry, from architecture to music to photojournalism, and I saw that I could create synergies between all of them, and I was really interested with education. See, I'm the last born of my family. My dad never went to school. He had one dream, my kids need to be more educated than I am. So whenever I was a kid and I was going home with my homework and learning my lessons, I was always learning out loud so I can also teach my dad. So the educational part always followed me. The first time we had a computer in our household, I was the one programming the computer. So eventually the tech life followed me when I went to Canada, where I started to do consultancy for non-for-profit organization in a linguistic minority context. So French as a minority context and French as a second language context. Eventually I realized that food was the core of what I was doing. Everywhere I went, I was introducing myself through food, through Ivorian food or anything. I was trying to discover people through their food as well, because food is my love language. So I tried to combine both my passion to something that I can make money out of it. So that's how Culin Africa was born.
And talk to me about Culin Africa. What is it and what solution does it provide?
See, Africa will be home to over 1.7 billion people in 5 years from now. The youngest, fastest growing population on Earth.
Is that scary?
No, it's not scary, because the African food market is expected to reach $1 trillion USD in 5 years. That's not a gap, it's a gold mine. And that's exactly what Culin Africa is trying to tap into. Our food comes from imported, ultra-processed food. That's what our children are eating. But we have everything right here. We can feed ourselves. We have the untapped nutritional values from our ingredients. However, only our elderly people have this kind of knowledge. And whenever it passes, our culinary legacy dies. So I'm trying to prevent that. I'm trying to archive, I'm trying to share how we see African cuisine, and eventually I'm trying to make it a tool, a true soft power tool, because we already have the code, the recipes, they're already coded, we already have the algorithm, we just need to digitize it, and that's what Culin Africa is trying to do.
What's your journey been like? First of all, as a woman in tech, I want you to talk about funding, I want you to talk about some of the challenges, but also some of the successes, because of course you're a successful woman. You're here at GITEX, the largest tech event on the continent, and you're speaking. So it has been good, but what's it been like?
I have a baby face, so I like to call it. So I guess you go into a boardroom and nobody takes you seriously. You're the main project founder or the main head of project. Nobody wants to listen to you. They want to listen to the white guy or the other more adult-looking person. I haven't chose that face. I was born with it.
Can't help that you're beautiful.
I mean, at some point, at first I was very frustrated, but at the end of the day, I felt like that was a competitive advantage in itself. I can play dumb as far as I want to, but don't belittle me. I know my work, I'm qualified, I know what I'm here to deliver. I had to accept this mantra, repeat it to myself, and walk in my purpose, because imposter syndrome is real. And I feel like at every single point of society, as a black woman, society is trying to humble you. Society don't want to see you succeed to some extent, but I'm not here for that. I'm going to succeed. I'm already succeeding, as you said. And I guess having a network of mind like a woman like you, powerful woman, that see that the next generation needs to be uplifted instead of being shut down, is what helped me throughout my stage. I want to thank Michael Jean, the former president of the OIF, because this project got to life thanks to a grant that I received from her foundation. So that was the inception of Culin Africa. We started with physical card game, and then since January we have the digital MVP.
Well, sadly, that's all we have time for today at GITEX Africa 2025. As always, do get in touch with your comments and suggestions. I'll see you this time next week in London for more in-depth business analysis on Channels Business Global. Goodbye.